made you want to ride? I'm going to explain what made me want to ride a motorcycle, and I'd like to see some video responses, or, you know, just comments about what made you want to ride. So, for me, it was 2 years ago, a little bit more than 2 years ago, 2 years and a couple months, and my family, some members of my family were taking the MSF course, and said, oh, you know, you should take it. I'm like, all right, I'll take it. You know, I figure, what the heck, even if I don't want to ride it, because at that point, I didn't want to ride a motorcycle. So I just kind of figured, hey, even if I don't want to ride, I have my permit, and I could always maybe just, you know, get my license and then have it if I ever wanted to ride. So I figured, yeah, what the hell, I'll take it. You know, it could be fun. Well, the day came up, and obviously they do the Friday night, Saturday, all Sunday thing. And that was actually a really bad week for me. So I was pretty ticked off to even go. I didn't even want to go to the course at all, because it was a busy weekend for me. But I managed to squeeze everything in, and I'm glad I did, because I'll tell you what, for me, what made me want to ride a motorcycle it wasn't me at all. It was the fact that I got dragged to that course, and then I got dragged to that course, and then the first day was his classes. You know, you're in the classroom. So when I was in the classroom, you know, obviously that was pretty boring. I mean, but it was boring to sit in the classroom, but at the same time it was interesting because, you know, I mean, the stuff was kind of neat to learn about. You know, I was interested in what they were talking about. You know, I found myself interested in what they were talking about. So I was in the classroom for the first night, and then the second day when we finally went out to the range, that's when I had this epiphany. We were riding the little 250s. They were Kawasaki and Honda. No, they were Kawasaki and Suzuki's, I think. I don't know, whatever, it doesn't matter. We were riding the little 250s around, and I was like shocked at how much fun I was having with those little bikes. And I thought to myself, if I can have this much fun on a little, you know, Kawasaki 250, imagine how much fun I can have on a Harley. And that was really what broke it down for me, or what made me want to do it. Oh, no, that's a killer cat right there. Woo! That cat's trying to kill me. Anyway, I had so much fun riding those little bikes, and what was cool was that I was actually really good at it. You know, I mean, well, not to brag or anything, but I was the best student in the class from the perspective that I had the best scores on stuff. I had the highest range score, and I had the highest test score, written test score. But my range score was 0. I didn't do anything wrong. You know, so like that kind of made me feel good about it too. And I'm getting ahead of myself though. On Saturday, which is the first day of the range, I was, you know, chilling on the little bike, and you know, doing the counter steering stuff, and you know, like the 90-degree turns, and I think we might have started a U-turn that day, I'm not sure. And I really like that slow speed maneuvering stuff. I really like the techniques that they taught you. I really like the methods that you know, the methods that you learned for doing that kind of stuff, and I really like the whole idea behind it. So I went on YouTube and I found these Ride Like a Pro DVDs. I forget the guy's name is. He was a motorcycle cop, and I had never bought the DVDs, but I saw a couple of his videos, and he showed some techniques that were the same as the MSF course and stuff. So I like those techniques too, obviously. And I just saw that, and I thought it was really cool what you could do with a 800-pound bagger. You could throw that thing around like it's a toy. And so ever since then, I had a unique interest in slow speed maneuvering. And then on Sunday, when we did a little bit more fast speed stuff, I just started, you know, liking to do that stuff and all that. And the rest is history. I got a Harley, I got my Sporty about 2 weeks later probably, and at that point I was jonesing for a bike. I had ridden someone's Sporty, and I was like, I need a bike. And I got the bike, hopped on it, and I haven't looked back since. My first year, unfortunately, I only put on like 2,000, 3,000 miles because I was still on my permit, and I had to ride with people because of that. And, there was a certain amount of crossover period, and I just wasn't experienced. I didn't want to go out for these long rides by myself because I wasn't that experienced. So then my second year, I put like 5,000 miles on the bike that year, which was last year, which was, again, not as much as I would have liked to, but I had a lot of fun last year. I rode when I could, and I think that my friend didn't start riding until the beginning of the summer, so up until then I didn't ride quite as much because I do like riding with somebody else. Now though, I've gotten to a point where I'll just ride by myself anywhere, anytime, any length of time. But then I kind of would only go like 80 miles, 100 miles if I was by myself. Now I don't care. But him and I like to ride together. But anyway, so that was part of it. And then this year I put on 3,254.1 miles. I just flipped to 0.2. So that's what I put on this year so far, and it's June 14th-ish. So yeah, I've ridden quite a bit this year, considering that my commute was 8 miles and my new commute is going to be 16.3. So considering that, not too long of commutes or anything. And yeah, so definitely excited for this year. I'm going to easily double that, I hope. I'm almost sure of that. And then double it by, figure we had a late start to the season too. So I only had April, May. I only had half of April to really ride it. So I had all of May, half of April, and then I've gone half of June. So in 2 months I put on 3,200 miles. So I figure all of July, all of August, all of September, and then almost all of October, generally, and sometimes a little bit of November. So yeah, with the longer commute, I feel as though I should maybe even triple it, because I do want to go on some longer rides this summer and just have a lot of fun. I don't really care too much about the exact mileage or anything. That doesn't matter to me. I just want to look back at the season and be like, yeah, I had a lot of fun this year. That's all I care about. It's just that I just kind of use the mileage as a gauge of how much fun I've had. That's all. It doesn't matter what the mileage is. If you rode 2,000 miles in a year because you work 70 hours a week, 6 days a week, good for you. You had a lot of fun that year. Good for you. There's nothing wrong with that. You shouldn't feel ashamed about that. It's just about using the bike and just enjoying it. No one's forcing you to do anything. So just keep that in mind too. But good stuff though. I'm looking forward to passing this person because they're going so goddamn slow. That was fun. I hate when people go 10 miles an hour under the speed limit. Just go the speed limit and I won't be mad. But anyway, it was really fun passing them at 80 miles an hour. Like ripped fast. Oh, look at all the traffic today. Anyway, so yeah, I was talking about bikes and all that. Basically, that's what made me want to ride that MSF course. Exposed me to a whole new